Oh, I'm live. Just kidding. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to read comments from this far away. Hopefully. I am cutting and interfacing a Swoon olive vanity bag. I am making the large size. It's a gift for my mother-in-law, and I'm 80% sure she doesn't watch my channel, so I'll be okay. So yeah, I will be answering interfacing questions that pop up on the screen since this was filmed live. If you're here watching now, hello. Hello everybody. I might need to switch the camera angle up a little bit so you guys can actually see what I'm working on, so hold please. And of course I'm in pajamas, but when am I not? Let's be honest. Alright. I feel like you can work. You can see a little bit better what I'm doing on the table, but it's not, I almost said it's not super important. That's like 90% of the reason you're here. So, I am using a heat press to fuse my interfacings, and I have it set to 159 degrees Celsius. This is a Celsius, not a Fahrenheit. If you have a heat press, make sure you know before you turn it on. Yeah, Olive is the round vanity bag. It's so cute. So I'm making the large version. I've only ever made the small, but I thought that my mother-in-law might like one that's a little bit bigger for when she goes to Disney, or I don't know. I just thought she would like a handmade bag. So I'm going to be talking about why I'm interfacing it the way I'm interfacing it, as well as answering whatever questions you guys have. So I'm going to get started. Because I don't want this to take forever and ever. So I'm using black vinyl and silver waterproof canvas, as well as this fun exterior fabric. If you guys have questions, and I don't answer it, please keep asking. I'm so sorry. They pop up and then go away so quickly. I'll grab my iPad so that I don't miss anything. Also, hopefully it's not dead. Okay, great, it's not dead. Let's turn the volume all the way down, because that's always awkward. I'm so sorry to anybody who watched my live video on Saturday. It was deleted. As a lot of you guys were saying, I had the customer's information on the table. This was not on purpose. It was a total accident, so I went ahead and just deleted the video altogether. Okay, where do I go to find, oh, my channel. Currently live. Oh boy. All right. So hopefully that'll help me with any comments that I might miss. Yeah, this Tinkerbell print is pretty cute. Okay, so I think what I want to do is have the Tinkerbell print just kind of peeking out through the little hole in the top. I know I bought a lot of it, but I really want it to be mostly vinyl. So I think I'm just going to cut out this main panel. Kim Harry asked, how many interfacings do you use on exterior vinyl? Usually I don't need interfacing on exterior vinyl, but if I do, I use Decoville Light for it. Oh. Fifi Sariano says, waterproof canvas is not available in my area, so whenever you use it, can just regular quilting cotton be used? Absolutely. I would make sure you interface it with at least SF 101. Okay, so because I'm going to cut out this main panel and I want it to be able to have like the perfect little Tinkerbell showing, I'm going to go ahead and lay my slip pocket panel over top and kind of trace from there so that I know the fabric that I want peeking through that little hole in the olive basically is going to be shown perfectly. So I'll go ahead. Hi, Melissa. And right now I've got my heat press starting to heat up. I'm using this Tandy Leather marking pencil because you're not going to be able to see it through the other side. Oh my gosh, that looks so stinking cute. So tinkin' cute. No, stop with the puns right now. All right. So one thing that I'll do that's kind of an interfacing trick, when I'm making a lot of the same bags, I will actually cut my interfacing to the pattern piece size and then I'll fuse it to the fabric, and that kind of helps with fussy cutting as well. But I do know some people that will fuse their fabrics all together because they know you're going to have some fabric waste and some interfacing waste anyway. Alright, so I'm just cutting nice and slow. I need to remember this is my back fabric, so I don't want to cut out the little hole. That would be bad. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see how I've made sure I'll be able to see that cute little Tinkerbell. I may also make my own piping for this bag. I haven't decided yet. I do have a piping that'll work, but I've cut into it, so I don't know if it's going to be enough. So we'll see. All right. I love the puns. Who doesn't? All right, so I've got that cut. I'm going to grab my woven fuse. You can also use SF101, just any woven interfacing. I just can't get enough of you, baby. Okay. So I am just doing what is called block fusing, where I'm very quickly cutting out the interfacing with my own made piping. I don't know, I don't usually have a problem with store-bought piping. Oh. I thought I turned my heat press on, I never did. Alright, so I'm trying to think, I want to use this for more than just that, so what I might do is cut out to make a double-sided handle for the very top. So it says 2 inches by 19 is what I need for the handle, which means I want to cut this and my other fabric to 1 inch by 19. Ooh. I know I'm going to have to cut off excess, but I'm okay with that. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. 2 inch. That's right, because it gets folded. It's folded on itself. So I'm going to cut this to 2 inches and kind of center her face. There's my 19. I know this is going to get trimmed down, but I don't have anything else I'm using this fabric for besides a coffee cozy, so whatever. Let me know if you guys can see everything okay, if you like this style. I want to do more cutting and interfacing videos, but I like to do it live so people can ask questions they may have. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this, and I'll go ahead and interface this. I know I have some scraps. Yo, where are my scraps at? There we go. I let Tammy have a day off. No, she still worked today. working and watching. God bless her heart. Right now we're working on 12 mini backpacks. 12? No, 10. And she's doing a fabulous job. Hi, Bashara. Hi, Matt. All right, so I don't think that I'm going to be needing woven fuse for any other piece. Whoop, that's not where that goes. That's where it used to go. Back there. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right, so now I'm gonna grab foam because I'm gonna want to interface this with foam. I'm not going to be making the top panel out of foam. I'm going to use Decaville Light for that because I don't like how puffy it can get with the foam everywhere. So I think I'm going to be able to get two, yeah. So I'm going to lay it this way. And I like to use the hair clips to clip it in place, and then I'm going to use a marking pen or pencil. Are you going to work? Bueller? Bueller. Trace this out. Nope. Okay. Allie says, I am done sewing until after the new year. If I would know what to do with myself, I could be done sewing. But I have no idea. Okay, so I'm tracing this out, following closely along the edge. And then this line is really thick. So what you want to do is lay your fabric over that line, because if you do it next to, you're adding more to the foam and you're going to have extra. So you want to just go right next to it. Trace along the outside. Lisa, I am using fusible foam. This is from Pellon. It's the Flex Foam one-sided fusible. This is a Sharpie, silver Sharpie. Yeah, perfect. So it looks like I can get two just from how wide this is. And it's always good to lay out your pieces and trace them out on the back side before you cut so that you know that you're not wasting any. So this doesn't take a ton of foam, which is nice. So if I wanted to, I could easily get the top panel out of foam this way, and then I'd only have used like 20 inches of foam. So in case you want to interface yours with foam completely, now you know. So I'm gonna just cut this straight because as much as I want to save those little scraps, it's not gonna work and I'm just gonna get frustrated. So I'm just gonna cut them off. And then again, this pen is thick, so I try to cut on or just under the line so it's the actual shape of the pattern piece. And I think that's sometimes what can mess people up, is they'll like cut around the outside so that they see the marking, but that's not really your pattern piece, you know? And then like my teacher taught me in 2nd grade, you don't need to turn your hand, turn what's in your hand as you cut it. Blew my mind. Thanks, Miss Schleitman. Cherish said, I cut out 3 Bonnies the other day and forgot that I needed straps. Oh, that is the worst. That's what's hard about like cutting and interfacing one day and sewing the next is you forget, or you could forget pieces potentially. That's tough. All right. So there are my two main panels out of foam. And then I'm going to cut my Decaville light. Okay, so did I already cut that off? I'm pretty sure I did. So because I'm making this bag a non-drop-in, what I've done is cut off 1/2 inch. This was supposed to be like folded over an inch. I just went ahead and cut off 1/2 inch for my seam allowances. And then I may need to even trim down my side panel even more to make sure it matches up with the bottom panel. So instead of using this piece, I'm actually gonna measure what it is for myself. I'm not going to say it out loud. I had to run to Joann's today to get more. Whoops. Oh, wow. Oh, I feel stupid. Okay. And you can absolutely use your pattern piece, lay it down, trace your center line, and then go up. But I find it easier to just go ahead and use my ruler. And I could actually even add these two measurements together and cut it as one and then cut it in half. Again, just to kind of optimize your interfacing and stuff. I just sewed 10 large tote bags for my husband's team. They had buffalo check, like your sleeves, on them with black duck canvas. Oh, fun. All right. So now I want to see 16. So now for my Decaville, I want to cut it 1/2 inch smaller so that it's not in my seam allowances. So 1 inch smaller, which means okay. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And I've noticed that this just makes the seam stand up on its own really nicely. So if it seems weird, that's why I do it, guys. And then I can even use this 1 inch piece here to interface my straps and my strap connector, just in case they seem a little flimsy or something. And of course I could use a rotary cutter to cut this out, but I feel like I don't get to cut and interface that often, so I'm just having fun, honestly. Humble brag, I guess. Oh, Cheryl, that's so fun. She said my order from Fabric Wholesale Warehouse came today. That's always exciting. So that's, oh wait, I need the bottom interfacing, or is that foam? Cut one stiff and one foam. I'm trying to think of the overall structure that I want the bag to have, so I don't know if I want to add foam to the bottom, or if I want to add Decaville light, or if I want to add both. I think I'm going to do both. So I will do 1 inch smaller for the Decaville Heavy and the foam. And that's just for those seam allowances. Kelly says, could you tell me the best place to buy faux croc vinyl? I'm not really 100% sure. You may want to ask in the sewing group what they recommend. I'm not really a faux croc vinyl purchaser, so I honestly don't know. I'll use the rotary cutter for this. Oh, I guess I need the foam again, but I have scraps. I'll use up scraps. Woo! Oh, it's raining scraps. Hallelujah. Amen. So much scrap. Sonia says she got hers from Hobby Lobby. Oh yeah, Sonia, you've got some cute ones too. So 15 by 5. Don't tell me I unrolled that whole thing. Okay. And I can't, all right, there, that looks good. I'm only gonna be missing a tiny bit. I can deal with that. Oh, someone got one from some faux croc from Walmart. There you go. I know My Punk Broidery has some faux croc as well, but I'm not sure if it would be quite what you're looking for. Okay, are you guys wanting me to sew this live, or would you prefer a tutorial that's pre-filmed, that's quicker, kind of for future reference? Not that I'm done cutting this, but just out of curiosity. Sew live, okay. Vinyl, 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 and vinyl. This is my interfacing for vinyl. Always love the live. I know, I feel like everyone here is going to say live, and then anyone who watches later is going to say pre-filmed because they like a pre-filmed. Okay, that's for my vinyl. So I guess I'm ready to cut my vinyl. Let's see if this is ready to be interfaced, and it is. So I'm just pressing that for a few seconds. Diana, this print I actually just purchased off of Etsy. And that's what we've got the Teflon sheet for. So I think I'm going to use that 1 inch piece of Decaville Light that I have for this handle piece, because I can center it and it'll make it a lot easier for me to fold this to be exactly 1 inch. So I'll show you guys. Oh, hey, Sarah. Yeah, Beth said the hardest part about cutting is deciding what you want vinyl and what you don't. Aw, thank you, Sonia. Okay, so laying that in place. So I've got this all interfaced, so what I can do is just trim down the excess. And I always find it's a lot easier to trim down the excess after it's fused than before. And I always try to beat my heat press, but I don't think I'm going to this time. So there's that fused, and then that just makes it so much crisper. Crisper. Crisper in my ear. Stop. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside, trim this down. I am going to fuse my foam to this panel, since this is the main panel. If you do not like the feel of foam, you could use Decaville Light to give your bag structure, and then if you wanted a little softness, you could use foam or fleece, but keep in mind that will make it denser. So when I trace out my interfacing, I like to make sure that I'm tracing on the fusible, make sure you're tracing not on the fusible side. So I'm gonna lay that down for like 20 seconds. This is an occasional sew. Brooke says, hi, I've tried interfacing vinyl and I melted it the first time. The second time I tried it and didn't work. I have it set to 147 degrees Celsius. Oh, it's so soft. So there's that interface. So I'm gonna set that aside because I got it done. So when you're fusing vinyl, it may not work depending on what interfacing you're using. You may need to take it slower, or you may just need to baste it by hand, or by sewing machine, I should say. I have definitely had that happen to me as well. Okay. I'm gonna get one of these bins since I emptied one and just load it up. I always find it so much easier to keep myself straight if what's done is in a little project bin. Okay. This is not my own design. I bought it off of Etsy. I just searched for Tinkerbell fabric. I thought about designing my own and then I was like, she's not gonna care. Like at all. Like ever. All right, so there's my slip pocket is gonna be vinyl. I thought about doing green glitter vinyl, but turning it was gonna be a pain if I did that. That whoomph sound. Whoomph, there it is. Yeah, and I really want to post an old cutting and interfacing video of mine because it's literally me on the floor of my living room. I should find some and so whatever. So again, as I'm tracing this out on the back side of the faux leather, I don't know, this is leather backed vinyl. I'm making sure to place my piece on the right side of the line so that it's the correct size. So I just need one of these. And then I'm tracing kind of on the line or closest to the inside of the line. I actually bought new scissors from Joann's and I just haven't used them. Do you guys know if it's possible to fix scissors after you've dropped them, or is there like nothing after that? Why don't I use a rotary cutter? When I'm cutting straight lines, I do, but I'm not good at like going around, and my shoulder still really hurts right in through here, so like that motion is a little painful. Okay, so right now I'm gonna fuse this foam to the vinyl, or try to. I'm fusing it, since I can't fuse it with the face up, I'm fusing it with the face down, and I'm gonna have to use a little bit of steam or water for that, so I'm just gonna spritz it. Just a little. And then I'm only gonna press it for about 10 seconds and see where it's at, and then I can press it again. But if you fuse it face up, you are 100% going to burn it. So it's not perfectly fused, but it's pretty well fused. So I'm gonna count it as a win. It's just lifting a little bit, but I can baste that down. So there's my other side. So now I will only need this for lining. 3 lining? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wait, why? I didn't read the pattern. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not yet, anyway. A good sharpener can adjust. Okay. I was just wondering, because we have a habit of dropping our scissors here. So I just keep buying more, like, all-right Fiskars. Okay. I'm guessing one of those linings gets turned into like a slip pocket or something inside. I have made this bag a total of 2 other times. Alright, so I am tracing this piece out. I am not going to be tracing out another one of this piece. I'm going to use a full-size piece of waterproof canvas, put it right sides together, and then sew it and then cut it so that I don't have to worry about perfectly lining up these 2 pieces. And again, this little circle inside, I wasn't going to be able to leave on there and use for anything else, so. Ooh, Brooke, that's fun. Hey Chris, we are making the olive vanity bag. Right now we're just cutting and interfacing it. And I may do a live video after, maybe not, of sewing it together. So I'm going to put this in my scrap bin. I can make something later with it. Alright. So there is my front panel. And I'm going to add this to my pile to cut my lining from. Tool is, no, I don't want to use that. Okay, so I'm done with that. Bottom panel, I have the cut size, so I can just use my rotary for that. I think I'm going to go from the other end of this vinyl. So I don't waste it. What time am I going to make this post tomorrow? It should be available right after the video ends. Okay. So 15, no. So this is my bottom. Scandalous. It's not my bottom, it's the bag's bottom. So I can fuse the Decaville light to that piece. What I'm going to do is warm the Decaville light up with my fingers so I can place it where it needs to go. And then press it for a few seconds. So I'll put that in my lining panel. Words, why are you so hard? And then I'll add the foam to that. And again, for the foam, I'm gonna add just a little spritz. Do not do that with leather. It won't be good. Oh, what time am I gonna sew it tomorrow? I may sew it tonight. So there's that. Finito. Okay, 16 and a half. Do I ever use a serger in bag making? No. I don't believe, I mean, kind of. I'll make like tote bags with my serger, if that counts, and you can serge the ends of your foam also if you want. Okay, handle cut 2 by 19. I know I'm gonna cut that down, so I'm just gonna cut this like 2 by 16 inch piece. Because I know that's not the finished size. So I'll just add that there. And then I think that's it for vinyl that I need. And the rest is just waterproof canvas. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these pieces down. I haven't decided if I want to do a live video for this or not. So we'll see how I'm feeling after this video. Okay, so I'm just trimming down these measurements. Whoop. I'm a professional. Tracy asked, which bag should I do for my first one? If you are like brand new to sewing, I would suggest working on like little zipper pouches and stuff like that first before you dive into handbags, and just get used to zippers and such. Maybe like tote bags and things like that, and then you can move on to makeup bags. I know everyone says the Swoon Ethel is good for starters, but I don't know, I'm on the fence. I've only made it once and I didn't do a great job. Okay, did I not measure? Oh, 2.5. I measured 3.5. Professional, like I said. I swear. You mentioned in one of your videos that you might do a bag of the month tutorial. Like the subscription boxes, I know that I was trying to do a swoon of the month. And then I just fell behind because I can't commit. I'm so terrible at committing to things. I don't know why. Oh, that was the waterproof canvas. Get out of here. Oh, thank you, Joni. Oh, was the minimalist. Oh, thanks, Tanya. I never want to mention my own patterns, you know? You know? Okay, so I'm pretty much done with my heat press. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. I'm gonna share with you guys a little trick of mine. Instead of cutting and measuring your lining pieces, one thing that I really like to do is just lay my pattern pieces from the exterior. And cut from that. Because I'm a lot faster at sliding my scissors across than like tracing every single piece out. So I'm holding my pieces together with clips, and your lining can be a little bit bigger so long as you increase your seam allowance. So all these pattern pieces that I need exterior fabric for, I'm just gonna lay it down. If you're a perfectionist, this is not the way to go. If you like getting things done faster, you might like trying this. It's a lot easier with the waterproof canvas too, because you can just kind of glide your scissors across. Hi, Teresa. Okay. So up here I've got a scrap I can't really use for anything, so I'll trim it off and toss it. Okay. And then they're kind of all clipped together with their corresponding pieces, and then I don't have to worry about anything else. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and lay this right sides together. And this is that front slip pocket. So like I said, I'm not gonna worry about cutting that hole out perfectly. I'm just gonna clip these together. Oh my gosh, this looks like a little Death Star. That'd be so cute. I'm just gonna clip these together. We're gonna sew around that, trim it down, flip it through, and then when I base stitch it, that's when I'll trim off all my excess. Because it's like, why waste my time making it perfect when I'm gonna trim it down later? So that's my thought. It's a little bit trickier when there's foam involved, but still fine. Just go around the outside edge. Oh, the itty bitty crossbody. Thank you. Why can't I even remember the name of my own pattern? Whoop. So there's that. And then there's this one. I even actually thought about using waterproof canvas on the lower half of this piece, this like slip pocket, just in case, but well. I am having serious cutting issues. Do you have any suggestions? Could you go into more detail, Belinda? Like, are your scissors needing to be replaced? Are you not sure how to keep track of everything? Give me some more info, girl. All right. Boom, boom. Stabilizer, handle, bottom panel. I think we're done. This says to cut out 3 lining, but I think that's just a slip pocket. So, I mean, what else would it be? So instead, I'm just going to lay down, we'll do it right there. I'm gonna lay my ruler over top and measure where I'd want one. So I'm gonna cut it 6 inches by 12 inches. And just call that a day. Because with the waterproof canvas, if you put too many layers together, it gets too bulky. We don't want that. I'll pick it up. What temp do you set the heat press for Woven Fuse in Decaville? I use 149 degrees Celsius for everything. All right, you guys, that's the bag, cut and interfaced. That's the bag. So, do you guys have any other questions for me? can answer about cutting and interfacing, because I'm happy to help. I'm gonna turn this over so I can grab my hardware really quick. I think I want to use light gold. I think all it needs is like 2 1-inch square rings. I think this light gold would be really pretty. I should probably see. Ooh, Tanya, that's a cool idea. Just go and sew it now. Diana, I get a lot of my interfacing from gotinterfacing.com. I'm sure I have zippers to match. I do want to add 2 zipper pulls to this bag. I don't know, I like that. Can I ask where you got your stackable bins? These are from Container Store. I will say that they're not safe, stacked as high as they are. They are very leany, and I did have one set fall over the other day. So that was fun. Emily says, does SF101 shrink? Not that I've noticed. Where is Ben? I'm not sure where he is. I think he's upstairs sleeping with Connor or something. So zipper pulls. I think I'll use my flowers. Oh, of course I didn't get those in light gold. And she wouldn't give a crap about cats. So I'm gonna use these flower zipper pulls. I'm just gonna do rainbow. Tinkerbell likes rainbow, his mom loves rainbow. Rainbow. Rainbow it is. I think this bag would be really cool as an actual handbag. It's such a vintage shape. I really like. So I'm kind of excited to see how this one turns out and how quickly it goes. If you guys want me to, like everyone gives a thumbs up on this video, likes the video, I'll kind of review the directions and then just go ahead and sew it live. If you guys want me to. But it took less than 45 minutes to cut an interface. Everyone's like, yeah, just do it live, just go. Belinda says, yes, I just can't get the patterns cut perfect. Ruler, snips, etc. Oh, Anna, that's amazing. Or Anna, I'm sorry. Brooke, the waterproof canvas does have a plastic backing. Duck is similar, but it's not waterproof. Peer pressure. Peer pressure doesn't get me. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, Sonia, I hope you feel better. Missy Lanius asked if you can use a domestic to sew them. Absolutely you can. It does make it a little bit tougher. I know this CS6000i is a pretty affordable machine, and I did make a lot of bags with that. But you will have limitations, especially with all the interfacing. Do you know what the material is called that's on the cuff and neck of a sweatshirt? I think it's ribbing. Do you, Kate says, hi from New Zealand. I'm glad of the company doing HTV vinyls for onesies with your Cricut. Oh, yeah, that's fun. For a last minute gift? Yeah, absolutely. Ribbing, okay. Yeah, duck does tend to fray more. That's true. I feel like I only know that answer to that question because I worked at Hancock and people would come in. So it's too funny. Yeah, I just used the Bamboo French Terry or Bamboo Terry from did I? I don't remember where I got the fabric for the shirt, but I did make it. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream. If you are watching this no longer live, thank you so much for watching. I apologize if the questions got to be too much, but I will see you guys soon.